Pre-COVID, tourism contributed over 45% of Belize's GDP and was one of the main industries shattered by the pandemic. The IMF, however, reported that Belize was the 8th most affected country. Outgoing Belize Hotel Association President Ted Tejada says that it is time for the industry to reset, rebound, and re-energize.
Belize as a country is bouncing back very good. Actually, when I was looking at the flights for July, we're at 72% in terms of 2019. And let me tell you that by November of this year, we're going to be at 111% seats available for Belize. That is more seats than we ever had in 2019. So we're positioning ourselves not to be 45% of the GDP, we're positioning ourselves to be 55% by the end of this year.
But the data shows that this year many hotels have still not rebounded. Tejada speaks about the casualties of the pandemic.
This pandemic has caused some casualties in terms of human casualties, but it has also brought in some business casualties. And when we are looking at, we're going to have 111% increase in seats availability by November of this year. And we have a casualty of 2,000, a little bit over 2,000 hotel rooms that have not come on board. This is why this conference is so important for our stakeholders. We're urging them. The airlines are coming in, the seats are coming in. We need you.
The pandemic has, of course, been very difficult on the industry, and we cannot underestimate the difficulties that they have faced. A lot of the industry has come back, and we also have seen new hotels come in. So we don't expect to have an issue with the amount of hotel rooms available in the winter. It is something that we're monitoring and making sure that we won't have an issue there. But there's also a very specific effort to try and look for those properties that will be able to open. They haven't opened yet, they haven't gotten their gold standards, or they need additional help, such as the small matching grants program. Maybe some of these things can help them. So the tourism board is looking at ways to see how we can get those people who aren't on board yet on board in time for the winter season.
The reality on the ground is that many have completely sold their assets due to the pandemic, but there are some resorts that are on the verge of considering getting certified. So to help motivate them, Raphael Saul, a motivational speaker from Barbados, was brought in to address the BHA membership. Barbados' economy is primarily dependent on tourism for foreign exchange and employment. Saul says that it is time to look beyond the pandemic.
We're seeing the devastation that COVID really has caused across the tourism industry in Barbados and many other countries across the Caribbean as well. Nevertheless, I think for a lot of these properties and operators, there's still so much unique value they have to offer. One of the first things you've got to do, you've got to get past and let go of the challenges that have gone over the last 18 months. It's been difficult, we know it. I don't know any industry that has been spared the negative impact of it. It doesn't mean that you can't rebound or bounce back from it. I've been encouraging them to look at the unique value, what makes them special, what made them so successful over 2018, 2019. Embrace the lessons that need to be learned from the last 18 months of 2020, because we're not going back. Everybody's talking about the going back to normal. There's no going back to normal. There's a new normal that's being established. How do we then position ourselves to be successful in this new normal? What do our customers expect? How do we need to adjust our processes and our approaches to ensure that we're relevant, we're on point, and we're serving them with excellence, even though things have changed? COVID protocols taken into consideration and everything. This is a new world. And every operator with unique value to offer, like all the ones in Belize, still have a great chance of being successful as long as you're seeing yourself as being positioned to do that.
The theme for this year's AGM is Data is Our New Currency. Dwayne Moody for News 5.